Foundation Builders, and thank you for joining us in the 21-day challenge to a better spiritual you. Today is day 7, and today I choose to serve God with my whole heart. Serving God with your whole heart sounds like an easy thing, and I think that most of us think that it's something we're doing or at least striving for. We know that as Christians that we are supposed to keep God first. But when you look back on your day, are you? Think about what you did yesterday. Or if you're watching this at the end of your day, think back on the things that you did today. How much of that day was devoted to God, to improving His kingdom, doing His works? How long today did you spend talking to God and spending time with Him? Those are only questions that we can answer for ourselves and improve upon for ourselves. See, the first and great commandment in Matthew 22 says to love the Lord your God with all of your heart, soul, and mind. That this is the first and great commandment. And the second commandment is like unto it, to love your neighbor as yourself. But today we aren't challenging you to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. Although those things must come first, because you must first love God if you're going to serve Him with your whole heart. Today we are challenging you to serve Him with your whole heart. Jesus said in John 14, if you love me, you will keep my words. You will keep my commandments. Titus said that there are some who will profess Christ with their mouth or profess to know God, but deny Him with their works. Jesus was a perfect example. At the age of 12, when he went missing from his parents found him at the temple 3 days later, still there. This wasn't a childhood curiosity stop. He stayed at the temple for 3 days. His response when his parents asked him, he said, this is in Luke chapter 2, he said, don't you know I have to be about the work of my Father? That I have to be about my Father's business? Even as a child, Jesus knew that his greatest responsibility was to do the work of his Father, or to do the work of God, which at this point in his young life was simply sitting and listening and asking questions. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians 15 to be steadfast, immovable, and abounding in the work of the Lord. Joshua and Caleb are 2 examples in the Bible in which God specifically set them apart and said, these 2 have served me with their whole hearts. And if you look at the life of Joshua, you will see a man of unhesitated obedience. He knew the voice of his God. He obeyed his voice and did what God asked him to do. That's really what serving God is all about. When you love someone so much that you do anything for them. Christ loved us so much that He died in our place. If we love God with all of our hearts and our minds and our soul, then we will want to do anything for Him. We will know His voice and we will do what He asks us to do. If we have a heart like Joshua, when we can see giants in our way, but we can stand boldly and say, I know that the power of my God is greater than that giant. That if my God promised me something, that He will stay true to His word and stand by His promise. If we obey the voice of God in our lives without hesitating and do what He asks us to do to the best of our ability, you don't have to be perfect at doing the job. You just have to give it your best. That's what God requires of us. Then you will be seen as serving God with your whole heart. The Bible says in 2 Timothy chapter 2, if anyone cleanses himself from what is dishonorable, he will be set up as a vessel for honorable use. To be set apart is holy, ready for every good work. God, let me be an honorable vessel for you, ready for every good work that you would ask me to do. Today I choose to serve you with my whole heart.
I will give you all my worship. I will give you all my